Hello everybody. As you can see, there's a lot different, a lot of changes, and not been keeping y'all that posted if y'all are in the Discord. So I thought it was about time that I make a video on what's been going on because yeah, it's been a lot. First off, before we get to all that cosmetic stuff, I do want to say here's everything I have to get over. 2 pages of this, 2 pages of this, and then all the cosmetic stuff which is now in the game. I do want to say something cool about the cosmetic stuff, and the reason I've been putting it off is because it doesn't take up a survive. It doesn't take up any armor slots. I know some of them want to do that, and I hated it. I did that a long time ago, so we're gonna go through everything. Another noticeable change is there's a chakra bar now. I think that's been a long time coming. Yeah, so let's get through everything. It's gonna be a long video, just so y'all are aware. So strap in and cosmetic stuff. It was planned for last. I might. And I'll keep it last. So if you guys want to skip to the end of the video, there's probably not going to be timestamps, but I mean, I think it should be pretty easy to find when I switch from just doing normal stuff to going to the cosmetic one. Or I could I'll put like a black piece of wool right here when you're done when I'm doing the cosmetic stuff. So if you guys are just here to see all that new stuff, you can just scroll through the timeline whenever you see the black piece of wool. That's when you know. I'm just gonna keep this right here. So first off. Server, I know I haven't actually officially announced this, I don't know why. There's a server now, so that's pretty cool. It's been doing actually really good. We've been like maintaining, like I saw, like 2 to 10 people at any given time. A lot of communities are coming out of it, and yeah, it's enjoyable. Crows are a new thing, and once again, I'm going to be moving through everything really fast. I think it's understandable why. There's a lot to get there. So crows, you can get them from the shinobi dealer. You right click it with a Sharingan, you get a Sharingan crow. While this is in your inventory, it will block 3 genjutsus in its lifetime. So if you get hit with a genjutsu, let's just say like effect, give, and let's get ourselves some genjutsu real quick. We're gonna say level 10, for example. It blocks it completely, and crow pulls you out of a genjutsu and it has uses left. May seem useless, and it kind of is, but it's for certain playstyles. I personally don't do that playstyle, but if possible. Also, I gotta say, for all the cosmetic stuff, I'll go over it again later, but it is gonna be kind of showcased a lot in here. So Kakuzo's now in the game. He's pretty cool. This isn't an up. No, well, okay, a lot of this stuff is currently in the game, like Kakuzu and all that. Like, there's a lot. Pretty much everything from this is in the game. Most of this stuff is in the game. I think up to advancement systems. And yeah. But anyways, the point is. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. Sorry. Just trying to get reviews. Everything until Karin, I think, is in the game. Anyways, like a Karin rework, probably Karin's been in the game, but so come back to you only see over 100 bounty. As you can see, we do not have over 100 bounty. If we did though, he would directly convert our bounty into money, which just gives you another method of getting money. This is really helpful for endgame players, because leveling gets harder and all that. I'm obviously gonna change it eventually, so it's not like that. Hopefully this update actually, but there's a lot to go over in this update, so we'll see. Wood rework. Yeah. What else you got a crazy rework? So of course you saw wooden fish barrage. Not a crazy move. I did increase his chakra cost though because it's actually really low cooldown. The next one is wood cage. This one doesn't seem that crazy, but I promise you it's actually really overpowered. Like I'm not overpowered, so not overpowered, but it's really good. It's mainly, I mean, it works as a ceiling move obviously. Let me just it works as a ceiling move and obviously slows people. The main use of it though really is the fact that it can pull people out of their modes, meaning it can pull you out of tailed beast mode, it can pull you out of like the tailed beast rage mode, it can pull you out of some other stuff. It's really good. And then Gedo the Great God, I'll let this one speak for itself. Yeah, that's it's pretty cool. It may not seem like that crazy, but if you directly hit someone with this, it will one-shot them. Which that may seem not be direct one. I mean, like it lands directly on them. It's very hard to hit that, like very hard. The other thing about it is that what is it? Oh yeah, it can seal tail beast. So that's a long range tail beast sealing move that works pretty well. So yeah, what do you got in that rework? Double jump. I think I said I was gonna fix this, and it was really just it's weird finding a way to fix this. I might fix it eventually. I don't know if it wasn't. Actually, I don't know if when I say double jump, I think I actually didn't add double jump back in the last update, like in the last video you guys have seen. So yeah, double jump's in the game now. So basically, just it's hard doing creative, but you get the point. You guys are smart. Yeah, so that's in the game now. Danzo's in the game. There's a lot of new bosses. They all, like, later on you'll see they got like a huge buff. You get them through summoning scrolls. I'm not gonna summon them all, but Danzo's really cool. What he does is he has 10 lives, so he sucks to fight, but all his lives don't have that much XP. And he has a 10% chance to drop Sharingan and 10% chance to drop the Danzo arm, which I'm gonna get to after Itachi. So Itachi's in the game. Itachi sucks to fight. I'm gonna be honest. He puts you in a genjutsu sometimes, and he can also dodge attacks. So he's just a really hard guy to fight. That said, he does have a chance, like a 10% chance to drop the Uchiha Eye. The way the Uchiha Eye works is if you have an empty eye slot and right click it, it will fill that eye slot with the Sharingan. No medical needed, none of that stuff, no need for an implant. The other thing about it though is that if you have Mangekyo, it'll give you Eternal Mangekyo. Now the reason for this is in the newer updates, Sharingan, it drains chakra like crazy. Eternal Mangekyo though doesn't. It also has a higher dodge rate and all that stuff. Also, I didn't really mention this, but in the next update, a lot of dodging stuff is going to go way down. Like Sharingan, it's going to intervals of 5. So once you have Eternal, you have a 25% chance to dodge stuff, not 50, because that's really overpowered. Same with a lot of other, like most dodging moves got nerfed. I think for pretty good reason. It was really overpowered. That's Eternal. Danzo arm. Alright, so I do get to show you a little bit of cosmetic stuff now. Just because when you have the Danzo arm, you actually have the Danzo arm while it's in your inventory. I mean, like if you get rid of it, yeah. But I don't know where I do it actually. Huh. Well, we'll get another one. So the way it works is you can put up to 6 Sharingan in it, and as long as it's in your inventory, it will automatically activate. And once again, you can see we have the arm, but no armor slots. I spent a lot of time on that one. Yeah, it works now. So, you know, you put some Sharingan on this. Like you literally just grab any form of Sharingan. So either implants. So I'll show you how we can work with anything. You can see it goes to implants and then the Uchiha Eye, and you just put them in here, and it'll just work as a passive. So if you do get die while you have it in your inventory, it'll like save you. And it'll obviously take a Sharingan when you do. But yeah. Next we have Tensegon, Kespi exchanges. Okay, I don't think any of these are massive. Tensegon is the biggest one. I did add, by the way, I'm gonna go over this later, but all the skill learners now have like a little. It's just a better UI for skill learners when it, like the description. You can see like Mayfly, Vine Attack, Ground Rising. I also don't mention this later, but Mayfly got a huge nerf. I think it was overpowered as hell. But you know, Tensegon, you get a push and a pull move, and also disruption beam back. These are just more useful moves to make Tensegon. Like, you know, I'm trying to make all the Dojutsus at least kind of equal. Kitsurigan, along with their Genjutsu, also got a Blood Dragon move now, so that's pretty cool. And as for Byakugan, I think I nerfed Air Palm, buffed 64 trigrams, and buffed Ultimate Defense. That's what that's all about. Skin graphing. Okay, so forget where my Geikyo skill learner. I think we have. Yeah, okay, we have Sharingan. This is Shisui's actually. I need to go over this later, so I'm gonna keep these moves. Which that's gonna be a thing. Oh, and Susan. Oh my god, there's so much to go over. But we want to get the. Oh my god, Amaterasu. That also got a buff too. So much stuff has happened, guys. I promise I've been working really hard on this one actually. Okay, I actually gotta keep this because I want to show you guys Amaterasu there. Because that got a massive buff. It was terrible before. Anybody got it before? I'm sorry about that. I did not mean for it to be as bad as it was. We are just not getting the thing right now. It's crazy. I'm looking. If you're curious about that, I'm looking for Shin's Eye. Shin's Eye has a. Sorry, Shin's Eye has a skin graphing move, and it's the newest thing. There, that's Jisoo again. Damn. Alright. It's kind of wild for me because I've gotten Shin like 17 times so far. It's really, it's not common. Nothing's like common. They're all like the same rate, but still kind of crazy. I might just not be able to show this one if our RNG is not really that good right now. Oh, there we go. RNG is good. Alright, so here we go. Skin graphing. Skin graphing is actually really overpowered right now. It got nerfed, but it's still pretty overpowered. You can put up to 8 Sharingan on your skin using this, and I think as long as it's on in your inventory or just in general. This is obviously for the Shin move, but this is skin graphing, and what it'll do is put Sharingan in your body, and there's no visual for it yet. There's going to be a visual by the end of the update, but you need to put Sharingan on your body, and it does 2 things. A gives a plus 5% dodge chance, which By the way, when you start implanting Sharingan, it replaces your Sharingan one. So if like, let's say you have an Eternal Mangekyo, you have a 25% chance to dodge. The moment you put a Sharingan in here, that replaces that. So now you have like a 5%, add another one, 10%. You know, it replaces it. But good thing about this move, the skin grafting thing, is it can go up to 40% dodge rate, which is pretty crazy. Also, if you die, it activates these Inagi automatically and saves you. So it does take a Sharingan, but yeah, still pretty overpowered. So that's always fun. Kamui also got a bunch of large changes, so let's just pray for RNG again. Now we got Shin, nice. It's like, see, we're getting Shin back to back to back. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my god. So I gotta make a command to do this, man. Make my life a lot easier. Damn, alright. Once again, all the rates are the same, so the reason it's so varied when I'm getting these is because not all the Mangekyo, I mean, some are objectively better than others, kind of, like, I try to balance them as much as possible, but it's hard when some are just kind of better. But I'll try to balance it out, especially I added Sushina moves, which I'll show off later, to each of the Mangekyos, and that kind of balances out, because if they have, like, bad Mangekyo moves, they got, like, pretty good, you know, MS moves. Wow, we're getting really unlucky. That's crazy. Alright. This isn't the funnest thing to watch, but I promise it's a... There we go. Okay, so Kamui got a complete rework. It's completely different now. For the better, obviously. So, do I have our... Okay, yeah, so let's activate it. First, Kamui teleportation works the exact same, I think. Kamui tangibility works way different. So, instead of it being like you had to hold shift, you now just tap it and you go into Kamui, and you're just unkillable while you're in this. Come out. Yeah, also there's particles. Don't worry too much about the particles. They don't look bad right now, I don't think. But they're definitely going to need a rework soon. It's just to make it look cooler while you're like in and out of intangibility, you know? You can actually see the particles over here. I set up a little place for it. Looks really cool when it's like this, but you have to spawn a bunch of particles for that. But yeah, I mean, it's mainly just... Can you see that? Yeah, I don't know. I try to line up with the eye too, so it looks cooler. I don't know. That's the particles are gonna need a rework soon. It's just for right now they're like a really good filler because at least it's something, you know. And then Kamui travel. I'm actually not gonna show this one off because it's very inconvenient to show off, but it's a good move. Basically, you travel to a completely new dimension and you're just in your own little bedrock box, and you travel back and forth whenever you want. So pretty good. Kamui's pretty nice. New Shinro page. I don't know what that even means. Mangekyo retext. I've accidentally set that off, but you can kind of see if I do like just slash get 7.3. You can see all the different Mangekyos and stuff. They all have textures now, which is just, you know, it's a small change, but it kind of makes sense. Yeah. Anyways, let's see what else we got. Portal effects to Rinnegan. That's also cool. Or any teleportation, yeah. Oh, also don't worry about this, we'll get to that later, but I couldn't actually get rid of that on any command for it right now, but there's a reason it's there, by the way. I'm not just saying like it's messed up. But anyways, yeah, there's just effects now when you teleport, kind of like Kaguya or Baruto. So anyways, let's keep going. Toneri's a boss now. Toneri gives Jogan. God, I really have not updated on a while. That's ages. Anyways, Jogan kind of sucks. It's actually pretty good right now. I gave it a buff, but it's not. It's hard for me to make Jogan because there's not much about it in the show. Looks really cool though. Like it gives you this eye, and basically the reason I use it as an effect is because when you get a Jogan implant, you can get a Jogan implant from Toneri. And what it does is it won't activate like a normal eye, like you'll be able to turn it off and on. I might change it eventually, but what happens is that it activates when you're below 12 health, and it stays that way until you're above 12 health. So it's kind of just like a last saving thing, and it'll pop in. It gives some pretty good effects, honestly. I mean, you know, strength 4, speed 4, jump boost 4. It's really good. And yeah, but it only activates when you're low, which is why it's like the caveat thing. It doesn't take up an eye slot, by the way, if you're curious. So it's a little thing. And now karma marking, it's so much to go over. Okay, so Karma Seal is pretty crazy. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I have the number one. Just so you know, when you have like, there's a lot of passive stuff now going on. I don't have it all activated right now, but as you can see, you have like the curse mark because I can't really. The curse mark's just kind of there. I can't really. There's no command to get rid of my curse mark, so I can't show you guys that later. But also, you have a little hand mark for Karma Seal. Activate it. And now for Kamui, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. A, it's a rare drop. B, there's a lot of it's a lot of stuff to go over actually. So if I do get Karma 10, for example, I'm just gonna set my level at 10. I'll go over that in a sec. There's 3 different Karma seals, but the main takeaway about the third one is like later. Don't worry about it. But there's a white and a black one. It's all about personal preference. Honestly, they don't really actually change too much. The black one is rare though because it's just objectively better. I can show you why. But the main point about the Karma though is you can't activate it for the first 4 stages. But then after that you can activate whenever you want and it'll passively upgrade from then on. First 4 stages you have to get to low HP and then after that you're good. One sec, sorry I got a cough. Anyways, the main difference between the white and the black one is that the black one also gets the absorption skill on it. The white one only gets the white and black one get the teleportation, but only the black one gets the absorption. And also, once the whole process is done, which I'll go over later, it changes what really happened at the end. So first, let's go over the teleportation moves because they're just pretty cool. First move is obviously teleporting, and it does leave a little effect behind. Next one, it's kind of hard to see actually when it's like this, when they're all like grouped up together. So I'll do it like this. This is the Taijutsu actually. So you kick everyone up. You do like a leaf hurricane, but like teleportation first. So it's pretty cool. And now explosions, the really big takeaway here. Yeah, you dash at people, push them, and then explode them. So it can be very, very overpowered. And of course teleportation, all that. So that's for both of them. Both of them get this, and then absorption only. The black Karma still gets it, but it's pretty good. You can't move, but you just tank all attacks for like 15 seconds. So it's pretty nice. Yeah. Now, the way it works is the Karma Seal kind of Otsusifies you. So by the end of the Karma Seal, when you hit level 10, 2 things can happen. If you have the white Karma Seal, you just become an Otsutsuki. Simple as that. But if you have the black Karma Seal, it's a bit more. It's a bit better. Basically, you don't become an Otsutsuki. An Otsutsuki takes over your body, and you basically just become an Otsutsuki like that. So you and your player doesn't become an Otsutsuki. You become. You can kind of get where I'm going with this. The point is, it's the exact same. Other than you get a giant stat boost if the Otsutsuki takes your body over, if you have the black Karma Seal. So yeah, very good. Let's see what else we got. Sorry, that was kind of big. I don't know. I'm going really fast with this. There's a whole wiki now. I'll link that in the description, so that goes over everything. Susanoo Jutsu. Oh man, this is gonna take forever to get. Okay. So do I have Mangekyo? Yeah, I do. Okay. Great, so Kamui, I think has Kamui Shuriken, yes, and we're going to turn on our Susanoo. There's 2 stages to Susanoo right now. There's, of course, going to be more. There's just 2 right now. And also, they were a lot, like, really janky before. This is a completely new system for the Susanoo, so not janky. Anyways, Kamui Shuriken, you shoot an invisible Shuriken that will explode on impact, so pretty good. Also, all the Susanoos get Susanoo grab. It doesn't take any chakra. It's just also not very good. It just lifts them up. So it's kind of like a little AoE stun move. Doesn't really do much else though. So that's the Kamui. That's what they get. Okay. So a couple people get Amaterasu like Susanoo. Basically, when you activate it, you get these effects, and yeah, I mean, it basically, if anyone hits you, they get lit on fire with Amaterasu. So that's kind of cool. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this. When you glow, your Susanoo glows too in the new system, which is just kind of cool. Also, the first Susanoo ribcage off in a bit, but that's just kind of a neat feature. I want to show this off again because it just looks kind of cool. But yeah, if anyone hits you, it's like a counter move. So while you're like this, if anyone hits you, they just get put on fire for a really long time. So sucks to be them. And like I said, a couple of Mangekyous get this because there's a lot of Mangekyous that don't actually get a move, like a Susanoo move, so it's kind of hard. Like, for example, you can see it again. Amaterasu Susanoo for the Sasuke one. It's just like, it's kind of hard to show off. Now this one is actually pretty good. So the first one's Yasuke beads. You can use this on this guy over here. Did not show particles for some reason. Okay, there's particles in there. I've tested it before. I've tested on like the server and all that. There's particles. Just didn't work for some reason. Then you got the Totsuka blade summon. You get the Totsuka blade, which obviously doesn't look that crazy right now. I got plans, so it's gonna look like the the other guy's mod, where it like actually holds it in the hand. That's coming soon. It's just right now that's not really at the top of the list. There's a lot of other priorities right now. But anyways, Totsuka blade, it does 22 damage plus burn, so it's actually really good. So yeah, that's Itachi's, and I believe, ooh, I just deleted a book, but it's okay. I do copies because of this exact thing. This happens actually kind of frequently. But anyways, let's get the, that's the same one. Shin's one. Okay, so Shin and what's it called? We have the same thing, because once again, a lot of these don't actually have Susanoo abilities, but I didn't want anyone to feel left out. So you get these needles. Yeah, they just do a lot of damage on impact because they explode. And deleted another book. Nice. Okay, I'm on a roll right now. I don't know if there's any other Susanoo abilities. There probably is. I just forgot. How many Susanoo? There's the, I think that's all the Susanoo abilities. There's definitely more. I don't know. Maybe there's not. I don't know. We'll see. Tail Beast Overhaul. Okay, this is a lot to go over. So let me just get all this deactivated. So Tail Beasts are completely different now. The way they work is based off the Tail Beast you get. It has a certain amount of chakra. Oh, actually, I don't even know if I did that yet. I think there's just, is it talking about ceiling or? Sorry, a lot of stuff. Okay, this might be talking about the ceiling system. I don't know if I went over that with you guys. I think I did. I went over the ceiling system with you guys. I think I did. I'm just gonna assume I did. Yeah, I definitely. Okay, so the way this works is you once you get a tail beast now, so let's get a, I don't know, it's, where is it? It's like, yeah, it's, there we go. Okay, so we got the 7 tails activated. We got the 7 tails from Cherokee. As you can see, you're not activated like normal. Oh, also, there's a passive thing. You get like a mark on your stomach when you're Urgent Cherokee. I thought that was kind of cool. It's also, there's stuff for Gara that I'll show off later, but yeah, so basically I'm just gonna set my beast level, so we don't have to, wait for all. So now if I activate it, hey, this is the first stage. You're kind of become like transparent. You still have the seal, which I thought was pretty cool, and you like, you're still you just like, you still have the marks and all that, but you just have this Jin mode. And as you can see, Tail Beast chakra. So basically any chakra that I use right now isn't actually through me, it's through the Tail Beast. So that's kind of how that works. I will say the main concern you might be thinking is like, oh, what happens when your Tail Beast chakra was out? The Tail Beast dies. So yeah, also each extra tail the Tail Beast has, it gains 50 chakra, or 50,000 chakra, sorry. So if like the 2 tails has 50,000 more chakra than the 1 tails, etc, etc. Now, you may be thinking, oh, I don't want to lose my Tail Beast. It's okay. You can get it back, kind of. This is the second stage, by the way. You become more like Berserk and stuff. You have like bones and all that. But anyways, the point is, if you sleep, you gain your Tail Beast chakra back. Not a crazy amount, considering you have all of this sometimes. But yeah, and it's different rates for everything. The 1 tails or the 0 tails, I hate the 0 tails. I added it for, to be a good mod developer. I'm not a fan. That one only gets 50k, but if you look at something like the 9 tails, it gets like a lot of chakra. And then the 10 tails gets 1,000,000, and I'll go over how to get the 10 tails later. Something else that's about the Tail Beast is they all have these new models. So it's like you've mastered the Tail Beast, so you get this model. I know there's a little bit of jank on the side of the head over here. That's gonna get fixed, but it's also kind of cool because the sorry, I keep having to go on mute to cough. I'm kind of getting a sickness right now, but each of the different tailed beasts have different cloak like colors and stuff. So if we go over like Saiken, they all have their own different color for their final cloak, which I thought was pretty cool. You also get the True Seeking Orb behind you. But yeah, so they all have their chakra. And now, once you get to the final stage, by the way, it doesn't drain chakra to use it anymore, but it still takes chakra to like if I use a move right now, it'll use the chakra. I did not mean to do that. 1 second. Let me just set stat. Oh my God. Also, don't pay attention to this model. It's definitely a demo model. I promise it's not the actual Sage Mode model. And the point is, it doesn't take chakra to upkeep anymore, but it does take chakra to do moves. So you can install right now. It's just a lot harder once you get to the stage. So yeah. Let's see. New Namikaze Jutsu. This is actually very cool. I like this a lot. Now a 4th move for it, and it's called Teleportation Seal. It doesn't have a model right now. Basically, you set a seal, and you teleport back whenever. This is actually very, very overpowered. You can do a lot with this. It costs 100 chakra, but I mean, hey, come on. You know, it's actually really good. It's very good in fights and stuff, or just like teleporting home after a mission. Like, dude, so much potential for this. And I will make a ceiling mark soon. I just haven't had the time for that. I've been busy on a lot of other stuff. For the mod, by the way, I've been working very hard on the mod. Let's see what else. Sorry, I had to pause again. Weapon update. So there's new weapon, and also most of the 7 tails or 7 swords of the mist got like a move. So explode on attack, steal chakra, summon lightning, slam the ground. No, this one doesn't have anything there. But yeah, so they just have moves now. So that's kind of a weapon update. Also, kunais, you can now block with them. If you hold shift, you get resistance 1. So kind of good. Now that is it for the first book. I don't know how long we are into this recording, but far too long. I know that. Let's get the second book. That was way too long of a process. Okay. So Crystal Bone, Rasengan. Alright, so all this stuff kind of works the same, so I'm only going to show one of them. But basically, they got a new effect. So when you summon it now, it has a durability meter that is constantly going down. Yeah. So this works for... I said I was going to show one, but I kind of want to show multiple so you kind of get like understand it fully. But wrong move. Okay. But yeah. So as you can see, they all did get like damage and buffed and stuff like that. They're actually like pretty decent now. But yeah, they just have that durability timer. This is just to make it a bit more like it makes more sense now. Yeah. Zetsu and DNA. Okay, so now we got a Zetsufication Jutsu wherever that is at. Right here, you can get this from the Shinobi Trader, and you hit a zombie with it, and it turns him into a Zetsu. You kill that Zetsu boss, and you get DNA. DNA is just like an Orochimaru scroll, only it has much better rates, as in 5% Ashura DNA, I think 60% chance to get Kekkei Genkai, like 35% chance to get Clan Jutsu. Like it's literally just Orochimaru scrolls, but better. And you get it from Zetsus, and they have like 100% drop rate, I think. Reaper Death Seal. Okay, now I do have to show off the cool new model for this one, actually. I can't show this off in another way, but oh, look at this. So sick. Yeah, I love this. Anyways, the point is, the way it works. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, so you activate it, and it's kind of obvious when you activate it. As you can see, it's pretty hard to miss. 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm back. I gotta go deal with something real quick. The point is, it's pretty hard to miss. I mean, it's a big thing. You know, you have the effect, the particles and all that too. Basically, there's no limit on how long you can keep it on for. You can kind of keep it on forever if you actually want to. But the moment you hit something, it activates its effects. Now, what are its effects? You might be thinking. It has 3 different modes, kind of, I guess I would call it. If you hit a player, you both go into a little animation and you both die. If you hit anything that's not a player or Jinchuriki, it steals a third of your health and a third of its health. Now, if you hit a Jinchuriki and it's below 50 health, it'll seal it, and that's kind of how it works. So it's just cool, honestly. It's much better now. But let's use it on like a let's grab a boss real quick. I can one tap it afterwards, but let's grab it. Actually, a Jinchuriki has to be below 50 health, so it should be okay. For the iframes, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, too much health to perform it. Actually, like the worst person to accidentally summon. Where did that guy go? I don't know. Oh, he's over there. Damn. All right, Orochimaru though, you can see seals 2/3 of his health. Actually, never mind. Yeah, just really good. I was gonna deal with this Jinchuriki. Damn, he's strong. Okay. There you go. So yeah, that's reproducible now. It used to take like half the health of everything in the area, and that's just kind of dumb, so got changed. Advancement system. Right now it's only Tailed Beast and Sharingan, but once you get 2 Tomo and then 3 Tomo, whatever, you can like there's a progression system now, and it doesn't do anything different. It just shows how it works a bit. Same with this, where it doesn't really do anything different. Like this is like a new achievement for losing your beast's chakra, completing your Jinchuriki, awakening it, new Jinchuriki, whatever. So yeah, it's just quality of life stuff. Tons of balancing. Don't really have to explain that one. I think it's kind of obvious what that one is. Now Karin got a pretty cool change. So one sec. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not doing too hot right now. So Karin, let's look at this. Yeah, it's way cool now. Hey, now that may have not looked that crazy, you guys. It's getting a model soon, obviously. Why that's so crazy is because you've seen the other Karin, it kind of looked lame as hell. It did not look that cool. This one, way cooler. Now, I will say, it shows a lot more lightning than it actually does. And what I mean by that is like, some of those lightning are just effects. So it shows 15 lightning strikes, only 5 of them actually hit. But there's of course the explosion. It looks way cooler when it's like that, you know. So I feel like it was worth it. But yeah, also that's what a Key Blade does. It shoots Karin, so you can actually combo them. God, that looks so sick. I was thinking about adding a model. I don't know. It's gonna take a lot of work to model it, but I'm not really against that. The only issue is like it kind of looks cool. That's like very vanilla right now. I don't know. I might change it. New skill learner format. I was already telling you guys about that. Every skill learner now, like you didn't even see it for. Is there anything in here that you can see it for? Actually, I don't know. I don't know. You can see it for everything else. It shows exactly how many moves there are and what it is. So you're not really getting into anything that you don't know yet. So that's kind of cool. Shisu Mangekyo, I can finally show this guy off. I'm really into. I feel very passionate about this one. I like this one a lot. Do I have Mangekyo? I do have Mangekyo, okay. So the first move is Speed Blitz. While you're in this, you can actually not be damaged at all. So it's kind of cool. It's like his after image thing. And if you're standing still, it looks really cool because it does that. It like pulsates a little bit. But anyways, yeah, it lasts a decent amount of time. And you just can't take damage, so it's pretty cool. Next we got Speed Destruction, so let's get some husks out. Okay. So what this does is it's an AoE, it plays a little effect on everybody and does a decent amount of damage. Next there's Gedo Mazo. You activate it. So the way it works is it's different than everything else so far with Genjutsu. So the way you do it is you activate it and you can actually keep looking at that guy over there. As you can see, the effect only lasts on the people around you while it's activated. So the first right click, you activate it. And that just, it doesn't take any chakra to activate it, but it's not doing anything to these guys right now. Where it comes in handy is then when you click it again, you put them in a very, very strong Genjutsu. In fact, I'd say stronger than Tsukiyomi, but it lasts well. It's like all the effects of Tsukiyomi minus the damage, but it lasts way longer. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty sick. As you can see, the range isn't that crazy. It's pretty fair and balanced. It's like 20 blocks. Okay, what happens is you add the effect to everybody around you while it's like activated in the first stage to everybody in a 15 block radius, but in a 20 block radius, that's who it hits. The reason for this is because the effect kind of lasts a second. So like I could activate it, put it on this guy, run away, and he's still gonna have it for like a little bit. So this way you can like hit someone with it, run at them, and then like activate it on time. So yeah, that's Sisu's. I honestly think it's pretty sick. Yeah. All bosses are buffed. Not gonna explain that one. Shinobi Dealer. Right now, Shinobi Dealer actually kind of just gives you everything at random, which kind of sucks if I'm being real. So I changed it. Now it gives you in rates. So there are rates to certain things. Kenjutsu and Tai. Kenjutsu is completely removed. Way too buggy. Taijutsu is completely revamped. So it still is worth increasing because it's a limitless for your Taijutsu skills, but you can't punch barehanded anymore. That whole system's gone. It was just too buggy. It just wasn't worth it. Now we got animation removal. This is kind of a thing. Animation removal got removed because it was just like, well, okay, so to do all this crazy stuff, by the way, like the, doing all of this and like the reproduction, everything you've seen so far, it all works because there's a new plugin to the mod. And when there's a new plugin, you guys have to download new stuff. Now, I don't want y'all downloading that much. In fact, I wouldn't even want you guys downloading this, but there's really no other way to do it unless I like spend a ton of time researching how the guy did it originally without like, you know, doing that stuff. So it's a lot of work. So you guys have to still download a plugin. But this one, I mean, it directly impacts your game like a lot more. I mean, you get like a ton of visual cues and stuff. I feel like it's much more worth it. The other one, now you can't argue, it doesn't really matter because both of them you have to like see an F5 to even gain any value out of it. Yes. But like, I just think it's so much cooler in the player animator. The player animator one really didn't do too much. Not a bad thing. It's just it wasn't really applicable for the mod that well. So yeah. Now as for this, I think I showed all that. Puppet final move. This is actually I can't really show this because it's run out on this world. I'll go to a different world and show you guys what it does. Now we're gonna start getting into the cosmetic stuff. So actually, I'll put a black hole in my inventory when I get back to the showcase world. But I'll show you guys what this does. So Hiroko is the last move, like you guys know, and it is gonna look kind of goofy. I'll be honest. I didn't spend too much time on this model. Don't mean the stat requirements. What? Okay, so stat. Dev 100 ninjutsu. Okay, so yeah, once you get Hiroko, which by the way actually has a decent chance of dodging, like much better than before. It looks like this, and you're just constantly like this until it breaks. Now, it kind of looks goofy right now. I'm gonna be honest, does not look that crazy, but trust me, once I get the final models in here, this is gonna look a lot better. This is just a placeholder pretty much. But yeah, so you actually go inside the body of Hiroko. Now, once again, if you do lose like if you're about to die, Hiroko will save you, and you'll get like a second life. But also, of course, this does mean, you know, you don't get to use it anymore for like a little while, not forever. It'll regenerate after like, I think, an hour and a half of playtime. But yeah, so that's me. Now, once again, pretty bad model, but it's only for the sake of you know, just being there. It's a placeholder. So yeah. Next, we got all the other models, and there is 2 pages worth, I think. So, a lot to work with. Also, could have Amaterasu. I want to go over Amaterasu real quick. First, we're going to put the black hole over here for anyone who might have skipped. Yeah, so let's get a scout. So, before, all Amaterasu did was basically glorify the light them on fire. Now, it did put this, which is still good, but as you can see, it's much stronger now. Now I do plan to buff it again actually at some point. I'm going to make it so when you cast on someone, it stays on them until you stop like giving it chakra or whatever. So that's going to be kind of cool. That's going to be eventually. But for right now, it's just a huge buff. And now the reason it's buffed, if you're curious, it does obviously set them on fire. It still gives them the below them effects, which affects them a lot actually. The main difference though, and I'm actually going to add the particle side for the other thing to it too. But the main difference is that it also does tick damage. So there's fire damage, of course, but there's also tick damage on top of that. So it's doing 2 damage every tick with iframes. Obviously, that's not crazy overpowered. So that's, I don't know, new change. It makes it much better. It was pretty terrible before. So yeah, now it, you know, kills pretty well. Yeah, pretty good. Also, anyone who steps in this flame will, assuming they're not in creative mode, will also get the effects. So pretty good. Now we get to go over. Definitely did not go over something actually. One sec. Is this did I go over here? I might have gone over here. I did go over here. Okay, so we're gonna worry about that later. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys all the new stuff in the little cage. I gotta put the wool back. Okay. So, let's see. First off, once again, all the eyes are like there's left and right eye. You can see that when you do it, which I think looks so sick. You can see when you do it. Obviously, it works for both things. Like it works for both eye slots, and so yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's Byakugan. There's obviously Tensegon. Let's get that out. Which little can actually look pretty cool because if you take this and then you also add, which probably Tensegon also gets the true seeking armor, so you can activate it. Yeah, but this can actually look really cool because you can do so much stuff with Tensegon. Like you can match it with so many different colors and stuff. It's really sick, including this Tyken's cloak. I don't know. There's a lot of potential with this one. Yeah. And next we got these are all cosmetic by the way. Sharingan, Altomo. So I'll get both of these out just to make it easier. So we're gonna set our Sharingan level, and you can see what I mean. Sharingan So as you see, we got one tomo. And actually, I'll show a different one just so you guys can see like it works pretty well. Like when it comes to multiple eyes, 2 tomo, 3 tomo, and Mangekyo. And we're actually going to Eternal Mangekyo, so we don't have the chakra drain. And yeah, now this isn't the only Mangekyo. I'm gonna get to the other stuff later. Did I lose it again? Oh my god, I'm really not good at keeping my books, guys. Sorry about that. Also, like I said, I'm coming out of being sick, so I think that's a pretty good excuse. Let's see. Okay, let's come back over here. What else is there? We also got Ketsurugan. Let's grab ourselves a Ketsurugan. Boom. There you go. Works exactly how you think it would. All Mangekyo. Okay. So you guys have seen Shin's Mangekyo. Now we're going back to the Mangekyo scale. Here is Madara's. Here is Oto's. Ooh, that one actually looks sick. Holy shit. Alright, sorry, I've been very busy, so I'm actually going to have time to check out most of the stuff I've been making. Sasuke's, obviously. And I think there's Itachi. Oh my god, that could look so clean. One sec. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this mismatched eye stuff, but oh my god, that looks clean. Okay, anyways. Do this, yeah, I got Itachi again. The only one really needed Shisui's, because you guys have seen Shin's, it's pretty cool. And there's Itachi again. Really gotta make a better system for this. Oh god, that looks so cool when they change too, because it looks like they rotate. It's not intentional. Madara, yeah, I mean, maybe you guys can just kind of piece together what Shisui's would look like. I feel like it looks exactly like the item does. Oh, that looks cool too, man. I adore this, especially because when you gotta consider, you can mix it with everything, considering like Renegon and stuff. Like, oh my god, there's so much potential for this. If for the Renegon, this is obviously in here too. I just want to show it when I get to Renegon and all that, because Renegon actually has some. Oh, there's Shisui's eye. There we go. So yeah. Now what else do we got? Okay, it's all MS. Jogen. You guys saw Jogen before, but I'll show it again. Like I said, Jogen doesn't actually take up a slot once you implant it. It literally just is kind of in your head. So yeah. It looks really cool though, and it takes up your eye slot. Like, it doesn't take up your eye slot. Obviously my Sharingan's still active, but it just shows on that eye. It looks really cool. I like it a lot. But yeah. Next we got Bone. Okay, so we're actually moving away from Dojutsu for a second and going to wherever Bone is. Here we go. It's the spiky skin move. This is not the final version of it, but this is what the spiky skin thing looks like. Now you actually have like spiky skin, so that's kind of cool. I believe the next one's gonna be Crystal. Yep, Crystal. Here. Okay, so crystal armor. Basically, while this is active, you guys like actually have crystal armor. So just a little quality of life. And no, that's not that crazy. Karma Seal, all 3. Okay, so you have already seen Black one slash get Karma 10-2. There's the white one, and now there is another one, and that is when we become an Otsutsuki. So Otsutsuki actually do have a couple things that are make them like unique. Right now it's visual, but like as you can see, your Karma Seal changes to the Jigen one rather than the Kawaki one, so it's kind of cool. It doesn't matter if you had a white seal before or black seal, it just changes the Jigen one that's all blacked out. I think it looks pretty cool. It doesn't look that crazy right now, but it will look crazy on some other stuff. Now we do actually have to change this because when we shot the Renegon does have a custom Otsutsuki version, and I don't want to show you guys that yet. We got 10 tails. Okay, so is it somewhere else in here? Do I have to go over it later? How to get 10 tails? Okay, I can go over it later. Set stat div 10 beast. Okay. As you can see, got the 10 tails, which just looks absolutely crazy. What makes it so crazy too is the fact that it matches really well with just about every single thing in the game. Like look at with the Jigen thing, and oh my god, like just about everything. It looks crazy. Even I haven't showed it off yet. Oh, you can't see it on here very well. Oh, it's because I don't have any senjutsu. Actually, one sec. Slash just I'll show off curse mark later in full, but as you can see, it looks just so good. Everything looks so good on this. Eyes included. Like it's a real. Oh, actually, that's one of the coolest parts. Once it's hard for Mitch like doing this so much, but this stuff just looks so cool. Like, look at that. Oh my god. So yeah, this is a really cool mode. And that's in the game. So yeah, and it's like this. There are all the stages. So from stage 1, like 0 to 4, it constantly looks like this. Now at stage 4, it's gonna get a cloak, like an inverted cloak. It's gonna look really cool. Just it's not in the game yet. It's gonna be in the game before. Chakra bar, you guys have seen that. Rinnegan. Okay, fine. Here we go. So we gotta do slash. Well, we don't have to. This is actually, I think I already have the Rinnegan. No slash. I have the Rinnegan already. I just have to give myself my Sharingan back. There we go. So this is what the Rinnegan looks like, and this is the normal version. And now time to do the Otsutsuki version. It looks like this. So as you can see, turn it on, off, and on. Yeah. Now, wait, hold on, sorry. By the way, a lot of people don't know this actually. To turn on your Rinnegan and toggle between Rinnegan and Mangekyo, you just have to hold shift. But anyways, you have this now, and of course this is compatible with other eyes. So if we were to get like the Byakugan, for example, as you can see, we still have our Otsutsuki Rinnegan, and we get like thing on the forehead too, so which is kind of cool. Now what else we got? Susanoo stages. I think I already showed. Wait, no, I definitely didn't show the first one. So let me get the first one out for you guys. So here is. Wait, sorry, one sec. Kind of disoriented right now. Okay, here's the first one. So you get the cage. It actually looks really cool. We got a modeler on a team now. He's some guy who works with Mathiox. When I say our team, I mean like I've been working alone for like 2 years, but finally got a team going. And the first member was the modeler who worked with Mathiox, and he's. God, this guy's going crazy with it. Looks sick. Yeah, he does great. So these two snows are his. The Reaper Death Seal is his too. So he's doing some great work. Yeah. Now, what else we got? Oh, let's see. Rinnegan. All right, show you guys that curse mark. Okay, curse mark's really cool. Okay. So first off, there's a passive. So when you get curse mark, you get a little mark on your shoulder. Obviously, the curse seal. Now, there's 2 iterations to curse mark. There's going to be 3. Right now, you can press K and you get this effect. You get like the little arm, the eye, all that stuff. Or you can press Shift K and you also get a little skin that comes with it, and also this. And the third move is going to have wings and all that. There's not really a stage right now. You can actually just do this whenever. I plan to add stages before y'all actually get the next update. But the point is, yeah, so Curse Mark now looks cooler and has more going on for it. Yeah. What else we got? A lot more stuff coming soon. Okay, we got a little break, a little intermission from all the fun cosmetic stuff. Talk about how to get the Gezo Mado. Or actually 10 tails, I guess. So here's the way it works. Where are you at, my friend? There we go. Alright, so here's the Gezo Mado. This thing is massive. I'm not who modeled this one. This one took ages to model. But it looks sick. Yeah, I mean, you can literally stand in his palm. It's crazy how big this guy is. In fact, you know, Akatsuki were standing on his fingertips. You can do that. He's so big. Like, your feet actually are the size of his fingertips. So, yeah, massive dude. I mean, size comparison. Not even as tall as his hand. So, massive guy. The way the Gezo Mado works is kind of cool, actually. So, first off, at any time, basically, you're going to be doing a sacrifice system. Now, from now on, instead of having a little item in your hand, at any time you right-click to see how many sacrifices your Gezo Mado has. All Gezo Mados are going to be different. They all spawn with 0, obviously, but I mean, like, all Gezo Mados are going to have, like, 1, 7, whatever. So, yeah. Now, as for the actual process, you get the Gezo Mado summoning as a rare drop from the epic Shinobi dealer, right? You summon it, which, by the way, costs 500 Kenjutsu. Then you can also get the Phantom Dragon 9 Consuming Seals from the same Shinobi dealer for 1,000 Kenjutsu and 10,000 Chakra. Crazy how much it costs. Now, I'm not going to go through the actual process because it's a very long one. What we have to do is you have to get a Jinchuriki, like the NPC, really low within a 50 block radius of your Gedo statue, and once it's really low, you activate it, your Phantom Dragon thing, to 1,000 Kenjutsu. What's going on? I think it's just because there's no Jinchuriki near me. If there was, it would activate. But anyways, you activate it, then you hit your Jinchuriki, and if they're within a 50 block radius, it'll seal them inside the Gezo Mado. After you get to your 9 summonings for the Gezo Mado, or 9 sacrifices, which, by the way, this isn't the final texture. This is something I threw together. We have no professional texture guy who's going to be working on this, but this is just something I threw together. Anyways, you summon it, you sacrifice it, and then you right-click his chest again, And once you do that, if it's that number is 9, you will be able to become the 10,000 Shuriken. And what does that entail? It means you get a seal placed under you, and you have to stand still for 43 seconds while the intro to the Pain running on music opens, because it's really cool. Awesome process. Also, this is like going to be a really taxing thing to do. You can't just buy Jinchuriki scrolls anymore, by the way. They're a rare drop from the Shinobi dealer. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder. So, the reason it's a 43-second animation thing going on is because it's like, it's going to take a lot of work to get to this point. I mean, to have 1,000 Kenjutsu, 10,000 chakra, get 9 Jinchuriki scrolls, and get the like Phantom Dragon, it's just so much work that like you get a really cool animation, really cool music and sound effects and stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty sick. And then you become the 10,000 Jinchuriki, you get 2 seeking orbs and all that. Yeah, so we're just gonna kill this guy because I just don't need to. He's so big, he actually doesn't render unless you're really close. So with Minecraft's code, it just kind of works like that. So yeah, that's the Gedo Mazo and how to use it. Now back to our cosmetic stuff. Over here, what else we got? I think all we got is passive left. Yeah, okay, so passive. There's a lot of new passive models. We're gonna go in here. By passive model, I mean you don't have anything activated, it's still there. So obviously you have the seal on your stomach if you are a Jinchuriki. You have the curse mark if you have the curse mark. Jukaku Jin is actually different, so if I do set stat, so if you are the Shukaku Jinchuriki, you actually also get this mark on your forehead, which is the thing that Gara had. Also, your tail beast transformation is actually different. This isn't finished, by the way. Obviously not. They're not even on the same thing, but it's gonna look kind of like this. Yeah. So Shukaku has its actually own like system going on. Next we got over 1k healing if I do like set stat. Let's see, healing obviously the set stat, so I think it's kind of a given, but just in case you don't have to do that, you can get it in vanilla. All this stuff you can get in vanilla, or not vanilla, survival. Sorry. Anyways, you get the meiotic healing sign. That doesn't do anything right now. In the future though, if you get to low HP, it will boost you and boost your chakra and all that stuff, and it'll just take some time to come back. Next we got Karma Mark. You've already seen that like 3 times. Okay, now clans now also have their own passive. So if I do /set string div clan puppet, I think. Yeah, so as you can see, puppet has its own marking on. You get the eyeliner, the face paint, all that. What other clans we got? Inuzuka. You get the little like cheek thingies. There's also Akimichi. Let's see, Akimichi. Hope I spelled that right. Yeah, you get the little cheek swirls. These are all the kind of lame looking ones. The next two are cool. Then you got Kaguya. This is the Bone Clan. You get like the little dots on the forehead and the little like eye things. By the way, all this stuff kind of looks bad on me because I have a Steve model. Trust me, on your own model it looks way cooler. On actual like non-Steve Minecraft models, this shit actually looks really cool. And then Hoshigaki, which is arguably one of the coolest things to get because you get a little eye like thingies, the little like fin marks. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's just something to identify clans will do better. And there's obviously the Donjo texture. We've been over this. Where is it at? You get the Don's arm, which, yeah. In case you guys are curious about that, this is actually, the Don's arm specifically is ripped specifically from the show. Like right out of the show, and then I just edited the Sharingan in places that looked like it made more sense. But these Sharingan are even the Sharingan you see in the show. So if it looks familiar as an actual Don's arm, it's because it's the exact Don's arm. It is Don's arm in every single way. It is like the animators made this. I just copy and put it on there because it looks cool. Now it is kind of whatever right now. It's gonna take over more of the body later on. It's just that takes a bit more work, so I have to get to work on that. And then of course the last texture that really matters is the Reaper Decio, which is just really, really cool looking. Yeah, so that's everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the long video, and hope you guys have a good one. Peace.